Welcome to Europopo. In this episode, we join Lauren in her documentary of the elite Dutch Arrest Team. In this program, I delve into special and unknown worlds for me every week.
Oh, jee.
This week, I join the mysterious world of the elite police team. These anonymous heroes are always ready and head out in fast cars. They combat serious crime, but under the radar. No one knows they do this work. These anonymous heroes are the members of the arrest team.
Hoor dit gekrijs.
Dat doet me helemaal niks. Ja, sorry.
I meet former member Sander, who explains that having a private life is not really possible. The phone rings and then you must leave immediately. You never know what time you'll be home. I spend a few days with these tough guys.
Is dat het? Nee.
Rarely does anyone get this close. It feels like I've landed in a bad B-movie. Welcome to the arrest team.
Het arrestatieteam.
Wat is je naam?
Lauren.
I'm being picked up soon by someone who will take me to the arrest team training. No idea where it is or who will take me. It's all very secretive. I'm not entirely comfortable.
Ik voel me dan ook nog niet helemaal op mijn gemak.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hallo.
Hello, welcome. Are you ready? Yes, I am ready.
Oké. Maar ik mag je echte naam niet noemen dus.
Frank.
But I really can't call you by name? No, just call me Frank. Okay, Frank. Hey, Frank, what exactly are we doing today? I'll drop you off at the training location, and then you'll be further briefed there.
Word je daar verder opgevangen?
Is dit kogel...
Is this bulletproof glass? Yes, that's right.
Dankjewel.
Here is the training. I already have my jogging outfit on. I'm curious. They must be big guys.
Benieuwd? Zullen we grote mannen zijn, hè? Kom voor de training. Is het daar? Goed, dit gewoon even erin. Kan ik me nou voorstellen als ik niks hoor?
Schutters! Voor vuurbevel! Attentie, vuur!
These are the men of the arrest team.
Dit zijn ze dus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What are you doing? Just training. We do this weekly. What kind of weapon is this? This is an HKMP5, one of the standard weapons we use. It is a compact submachine gun suitable for close quarters combat. It is used worldwide by special units due to its reliability and accuracy. Why do you train so early? It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. It's already quite late. That shows the mentality of the men. They are trained hard and have iron discipline. The members of this unit have undergone very tough and intensive training. The training involves both physical and mental challenges, including scenarios ranging from hostage situations to major arrests. In the Netherlands, the AT is deployed in life-threatening situations such as hostage takings, arrests of dangerous criminals, or people attempting suicide.
Het kan een gijzeling zijn, maar ook een arrestatie van een zware crimineel of bijvoorbeeld iemand die zelfmoord wil plegen.
I am curious to see what awaits us in the coming days. I get to follow you for the next 3 days. You can't be recognizable on camera, right? None of you. And there are 9 of you. That's right. We always work with a fixed group of 9 men. Sometimes someone can be added or removed, depending on the case. But in principle, we work with 9 men. So you know each other very well? Yes? Inside and out. Within an AT team, there are specific roles that each member fulfills to make the operation successful. Team leader coordinates and leads the team, determines the tactical approach. Assistant team leader supports the team leader, takes over leadership if necessary. Breacher opens doors and other access points, often with explosives or special tools. Medic provides medical care to team members and victims. Sniper, observer, conducts long-distance observation and precision shooting. Communications, manages communication equipment and maintains connection with the command center. Explosives. EOD identifies, dismantles, and neutralizes explosives. Assaulters carries out direct interventions, specializing in close-quarters combat. Recon intelligence expert conducts reconnaissance and gathers intelligence to support the operation. All members must have constant situational awareness and communicate effectively to ensure the safety of the team and civilians. Additionally, they must be skilled in tactical movements, weapon handling and first aid.
Zo kan het maar wel, zo kan het niet.
Sometimes we get called out 5 times a day, so you must always be mentally prepared.
Ja, dat half uurtje.
Dat zijn we al.
Ja.
Daar we zijn geselecteerd.
Ja. Nou, ik zeg, het was perfect.
Keep your finger along the trigger and breathe out calmly.
Jongen, jongen.
Ben je nu aan het uitlachen al, hè?
Nou beginnen.
Oké, dus je loopt naar voren, 2 schoten, naar links, naar...
Try to concentrate. Very good.
Vingers omtrekken.
Hey. Hoe deed ik het nou?
Goed. We hebben allemaal gemist, hè? Alles raak.
Ik dacht toen ik...
When I arrived here, I thought you were a bit stiff and reserved. But now the jokes are coming out and everyone seems to be loosening up.
En zo. Ik denk dat het wel goed gaat komen hier. Ja, dan komt hij weer met de stofzuiger.
How often do you train these kinds of scenarios? We try to do this weekly. It's important to always stay sharp. It's not just about the technical skills, but also about mental preparation. In a real deployment, we must consider bystanders and victims. We trust our training and each other. That gives peace of mind. I've gained confidence through the training, and so have the men, because at the end of the training, they even let me shoot with an MP5.
Nog even schieten met de zogeheten HKMP5. Moet ik nu schieten?
Ja, heel rustig opbouwen. Oké. Ja.
Ja, ik zit in zijn hoofd, toch?
Ja, perfect. Uitgeschakeld.
In
Het is
Amsterdam,
Sander,
I
en
meet
hij is
Sander,
net
who
gestopt
has
met
just
het
left the
werk
job
als
as an
AT.
AT member. Hey Sander,
Dag Laura, met Sander.
Hi. Die kant?
Ja, is goed.
Oké. Hey, alle hier.
why did you want to join the arrest team? For me, the arrest team is the ultimate form of catching criminals. It gives a thrill when you capture a dangerous criminal. Which operation has stayed with you the most? An impactful operation was in Castricum. We had to enter a house early in the morning.
Het was 's ochtends vroeg en we gaan een woning binnen. En we wisten dat de verdachte boven zou slapen.
We planned the raid carefully, and as the breacher, I led the team up the stairs. Suddenly, the suspect emerged from his bedroom with a gun aimed at me. He quickly retreated and reappeared holding a baby as a shield.
Pistool op mij, dus een wapen. Nou, ik trek ook.
Recalling my training, I kept my composure. Put the gun down, I commanded firmly. He hesitated, but eventually lowered his weapon. We secured him without harm. In that moment, I was grateful for my training, which helped me save both the suspect and his child. We were gathered in the briefing room when Lauren noticed a photo on the wall. Who are the 2 people in this picture? She asked. John glanced at the photo and replied, That's Renee Eckhart and Arjun Wanders. They tragically died in a car accident in 2003 while transporting a suspect. Renee was 33 and Arjun was 27. Lauren listened as John continued. Messages of sympathy poured in online. Renee and Arjun were more than teammates. They were family. We held a gathering at the Arnhem station to support each other. John's voice was steady as he added, We owe it to them to continue our work with the same dedication. They would want us to stay strong and carry on. I nodded, knowing we would honor their memory by continuing to protect and serve.
En dan opeens komt
We
er
have
een
now
oproep
received a
binnen.
call from an arrest team in another region. The situation is serious and they need assistance.
Maar wacht even. Dus we gaan nu echt iets doen?
Nu gaan we.
Hoeveel tijd hebben we? Wat moet ik doen? Achter wie loop ik aan?
Nou,
En waar gaan we
jij
heen?
gaat naar ons vaste punt, zeg maar. Je zou met mijn collega meerijden.
Maar dat wil zeggen 5 minuten.
Shots had been fired at a residence and we needed to respond immediately. Lauren quickly put on her bulletproof vest as we prepared to head out. When a high-risk situation arises, such as armed suspects or hostage scenarios, the local police call in the arrestation team, AT, through a specialized protocol. This involves immediate mobilization, detailed briefing, and rapid deployment to ensure a swift and coordinated
Ik
response.
begreep dat die deur zo zwaar was. Mijn been zit ertussen.
The situation is serious and they need assistance. We drive at high speed to the location. It's exciting because you never know exactly what you will encounter. The suspect is shooting from his house and has turned on the gas. The house could explode.
Dus alles daar extra nodig. Dus vandaar dat we die kant op gaan.
Ik vind het wel spannend. Ik denk vooral van wat als die gek op deze auto gaat schieten of zo, weet je?
Nou, nee, dat denk ik niet, maar...
What do we know about the situation? Not much yet, Lauren. All I know is there's been a shooting at a house. The suspect is a 42-year-old man named Rene M. He's causing a lot of chaos with a gun. Apparently, he's gone on a rampage with an Uzi in Hoensbroek. As we sped towards the scene, the weight of the unfolding events pressed on my mind. It was November 19th, 2014, today, and reports had come in about a man, Rene M., who had opened fire from his house with an Uzi. The normally quiet Ridder Hoenstraat had turned into a chaotic scene as bullets flew wildly, endangering everyone nearby. A massive police response ensued, sealing off the street and keeping bystanders at a safe distance. The suspect, described as agitated and dangerous, had barricaded himself inside his home. The tension was palpable as officers took up positions, waiting for the next move. As the minutes ticked by, the gravity of the situation became clear. Rene M. eventually emerged, severely injured from the corrosive chemicals, and surrendered. Emergency services rushed to treat him and any officers affected by the chemicals. Then, a fire broke out in the house. It was suspected that Rene M. had set it before surrendering. The EOD was called in due to the potential for explosives and the dangerous chemicals from the drug lab. Nearby homes were evacuated as a precaution. By the time dawn approached, the immediate danger had passed. The EOD confirmed there were no booby traps, and residents could return to their homes to collect their belongings later that day. As we neared the scene, we were unaware of the full extent of the chaos that had already unfolded. The salary of an AT member is not much higher than that of an ordinary police officer. They do the work mainly out of passion and dedication. They must always be reachable and are constantly under pressure.
Serieus?
Ja, alleen je hebt wel toelages.
Members earn only a few €100 more per month than regular officers, mainly due to allowances. Meanwhile, the pressure is always very high, and they must be available for duty at all times.
Dat loopt in, ik denk een paar €100
In de maand.
in de maand.
We are still on our way to Hoensbroek. It is a long drive, but the operation is serious. Upon arrival, it appears the suspect has been arrested. The house could still explode, so we must be careful. The team approaches the burning house. The danger is over, and our team can withdraw. The materials for an ecstasy lab have been found. The house was a ticking time bomb. 4:30 p.m. A fire breaks out in the house, reportedly started by the suspect, according to the police. Emergency services are taking no chances. The EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal, is called in, and due to the risk of explosions, all surrounding houses are evacuated. 6:45 p.m. There is a drug lab in the house, a drug lab with so many chemicals that it could explode. A ticking time bomb, says Mayor Paul Depler. There are also fears of booby traps. 10 p.m. The EOD arrives. The unit sends a robot into the house for a preliminary investigation. Only after this can the fire brigade and forensic services dismantle the lab. The EOD expects to need the whole night. It is now clear that residents cannot return home and must find alternative accommodations for the night. 5 a.m. The danger has passed. There are no booby traps in the house. Residents who were evacuated the previous evening may return in the morning to collect their belongings. Later in the day, the houses will be fully released for reoccupation.
Uit Limburg rijden we het hele eind weer terug.
The operation is over and we drive back to the base.
Per uur.
Rijden we keurig 100.
Dus weer gedragen als de rest.
I really want to go to my hotel room after this exhausting day, but suddenly we have received another call. 3 girls have climbed onto a roof and are threatening to commit suicide. The situation is distressing. The negotiator is trying to make contact to calm the girls down.
Let's go.
Wat een leven hebben die mannen.
But first we go back to Amsterdam. I wonder if there are any female members in the arrest team. There are no female members. The requirements are tough, both physically and mentally. There was a female AT member, but she died in 1997 during an operation. It was a tragic incident, but it had nothing to do with her being a woman. She was an excellent colleague. In 1997, Allegonda Muriel Tweety Gremmer became the first female SWAT officer in the Netherlands. On October 28th, during an early morning operation at 6 a.m., she and her team attempted to arrest a 41-year-old murder suspect, Benny S., in The Hague. The operation turned tragic when Gremmer was fatally shot just above her bulletproof vest. Despite immediate medical attention, she died within minutes. Benny S. was later sentenced to life imprisonment. To honour her, a street in Rotterdam was named after her, near the police station where she worked.
Ja, in de nek geschoten.
En overleden.
En overleden. Ja.
We kunnen gewoon het terrein oprijden.
We have arrived in Zeist at the youth detention centre, where 3 girls have climbed onto the roof. One of them is threatening to commit suicide, and they are throwing stones at the negotiators. There is considerable panic.
Zelfmoord te plegen. En ze gooien met tegels naar de onderhandelaars. Er is behoorlijke paniek. Hoor het gekrijs.
In suicide cases, the AT follows a strict protocol to ensure everyone's safety. Assessment. Quickly understand the risks and gather information. Containment. Secure the area to protect bystanders. Negotiation. Deploy trained negotiators to de-escalate the situation and persuade the person to come down voluntarily. Medical support. Have medical personnel on standby for immediate care. Tactical support. Prepare for intervention if negotiations fail. Surveillance and intelligence. Monitor the situation closely. Resolution. Aim for a peaceful resolution, intervening if necessary. Post-incident care. Provide psychological support and debrief the team. These steps are followed to ensure the safety of the individual in crisis and the responding officers.
Aan het uitzetten en het feit dat er nu 3 vrouwen op het dak staan die dus naar beneden willen springen, of in ieder geval 1 daarvan, dat die hele situatie gewoon te schrijnend is.
Lauren is struggling with the screaming and crying of the girls. She finds it difficult to cope with the intense emotions. It's so hard to listen to them. How do you handle this? I switch off my emotions. In situations like these, it's crucial to stay focused and objective.
Geen emotie in dit werk.
Jij ziet het gewoon per stap. Ik moet van A naar Z.
Ja, en dan gaan we dingen doen.
Missie geslaagd of missie mislukt.
The girls are eventually rescued, and the entire operation takes less than 15 minutes. We are now driving back to the hotel.
Laat in de avond, bijna nacht.
Stappoging 3. Hey Frank.
Goedemorgen.
Goedemorgen.
Klaar voor?
Helemaal.
After a short night, Frank and I drive back to headquarters. It's time for another training session.
Het is weer tijd voor een training.
And the gentlemen have appointed me as the subject of the exercise.
Nou, we zitten hier.
We are here in a training house. It's freezing here. Together with John, we are the suspects, a sort of Bonnie and Clyde. and I think the team is about to storm in.
Ik ben heel benieuwd.
The idea is for me to experience what it's like to be a suspect.
Ik ervaar hoe het is om een boef te zijn en opgepakt te worden.
During the raid, the AT follows a strict protocol. Preparation, detailed planning and briefing. Approach, covert movement to the target. Entry, quick and safe breaching. Clearance, securing each room and neutralizing threats. Apprehension, arresting suspects. Extraction, safely exiting the scene. Debriefing, reviewing the operation. The dynamic entry method is often used, involving quick and overwhelming force to surprise and disorient suspects. Some notable AT raids in the Netherlands include 1977 Dutch train hijacking, ending a 20-day hijacking by South Moluccan extremists. 1983 kidnapping of Freddie Heineken, rescuing the beer tycoon and his driver after 3 weeks. 2004 arrest of Mohamed Bouyeri, capturing the suspect after the murder of Theo van Gogh. The origins and early years of the Dutch Arrest Team, or AT, began in the 1970s, a time when the Netherlands faced rising violent crime and terrorist threats. Influences included the tragic events of the 1972 Munich Olympics, which highlighted the need for specialized intervention units. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, the AT expanded and professionalized, responding to the growing threats of organized crime, particularly drug trafficking. During this period, the AT started working closely with other special units like the Royal Navy's Special Assistance Unit. Facing new danger in the new millennium, such as the terror attacks in Madrid, London, and Paris, the arrest team adapted their tactics and training. International cooperation also increased, with the AT engaging in joint exercises with counterparts like Germany's GSG-9 and the UK's SAS.
Alles doen wat ze zeggen, want je laat het wel uit je kop om iets anders te gaan doen.
Modern technological advancements, including drones and advanced night vision, have enhanced the AT's operational capabilities. The unit's operational successes, from hostage rescues to high-profile arrests, have built public trust and respect within the police force.
Moet je voorstellen als je 's morgens om 5 uur op bed ligt met je gezin en de deur gaat eruit en je zit in je diepe slaap.
During raids, especially early in the morning, we overwhelm suspects with stimuli to disorient them. We strike when they are least alert, using flashbangs to create blinding light and deafening noise. This sensory overload, combined with loud commands and swift, aggressive entry, prevents organized resistance. Our goal is to dominate their senses, ensuring quick and safe subduing of suspects before they can react. This method ensures our safety and the success of the operation. After all that action, it's time for some relaxation. We're about to play a game of football on the headquarters sports fields.
Oh nee, wat doe ik nou? Ja, hoe? En dan ineens heeft niemand meer aandacht voor de bal.
But suddenly we get a call. We need to rush to Rotterdam. A mother has called the police, reporting that her son has a firearm and is threatening to go outside and start shooting.
Dat haar zoon een vuurwapen heeft en dat hij
The situation is urgent. Lauren puts her bulletproof vest back on. I'm starting to get used to this, says Lauren. Bizarre, isn't it? After just one day. These are the best years in the police force, as I see it, because of the training you receive and the operations you get involved in. And what about the danger you face every day? Yes, that might be something you consciously seek out. Do you think you could get addicted to it? That's a good question. I've noticed in myself. I've been doing this job for 14 years and I'm still as motivated as on the first day. We arrive in Rotterdam. The situation is carefully assessed first. They discuss how they'll enter the house, which entrances to use, what's safe, and conduct a risk analysis.
Ze zijn nu aan het bespreken hoe ze zo meteen het huis inkomen. Qua ingangen, wat veilig is, wie wat gaat doen.
There are 2 doors. We have a key for the first door, but we're not sure if it fits. The second door will be kicked in. Then they'll overpower the suspect. And it goes the same way as in the training exercise. Yes, this will probably be done within 30 seconds.
Dit valt toch op.
Oh nee, we zitten nog ver genoeg uit beeld.
Suspect apprehended. Is he already in custody? That was really quick.
En niks gebeurd, weer veilig.
Everything went perfectly. Nothing happened. Super fast. 100 points. Where was he? Was he in his room? He was indeed in his room, behind his laptop. It was just a matter of entering, grabbing him, and done. A few minutes later, the suspect is apprehended and seated in the police vehicle. They risk their lives every day to make our world safer. We finish the paperwork and eat pizza. It was a long day.
Hey, maar het is vrijdagmiddag. Gaat er nog iets gebeuren? Of?
They are just really nice men. You might think they are a bunch of testosterone-fueled robots, but they are just a friendly football team. I have really gained respect for these men. This was Europopo, a police documentary showcasing the bravery and dedication of our law enforcement officers. Please subscribe and see you next time.